Ready to get us started here, Riley Patterson. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This will be fielded inside the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
First down. He finds his man complete. It's Moss. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Tariq Woolen in on the stop.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find the hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now Elway to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
On third down, Elway. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. After the interception, here's Elway. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Elway. Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They find some open field here. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. On first down, Rodgers. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, 626.
Now Rodgers. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll run with Patterson. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Visitors 14. Panthers nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Elway throw. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Elway. Got him in. It's Brashad Perriman. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, it's Elway. It's another pass to Perriman, and it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, Elway. In trouble, and he's taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Elway. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Visitors 14. Panthers nothing.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. First and 10, it's Patterson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
Hey, 26.
Patterson, touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Panthers make over first and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. There's Elway to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Calvin Johnson, 37 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0 Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Elway. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On first, they'll throw with Elway. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Tariq Woolen picks it past the 20. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick six, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
The goal was to score just before the break, but I'm not sure that a safety was how they expected to do it. But give the defenders credit. They saw how the series was starting out, and I think it increased their intensity. This was their chance to make a huge play before the half, and all they needed was one play to get it done.
And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Throwing now, Elway on first down. Throw left side, complete. That's Moss. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Now it's Elway. Pressure comes and down he goes. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's a handoff out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So possession goes over here on the punt, and they will take over first and 10.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Rodgers to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on second down. Rodgers looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Six-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4. A final shot before half for Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf in the final seconds of the first half as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half, so where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely, but you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Elway now off of play action. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Elway. And now here is another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, whatever adjustments they're trying to make over on that sideline, Charles, this defense, they just seem to be a step in front of them and not giving them a chance to implement any of those changes. And here, a pick 6, and they widen the lead.
At least a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps. And right now, they are thinking hard about putting this opponent away. That turnover, it grew their lead and just totally deflated that offense. Now these next couple of series, you can take them out of the game entirely if you continue on this pace.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Elway. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is fielded at the 27. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Beginning on the ground with Patterson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. A big play there. 59 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
He'll air this one out deep for Perriman. And some space here. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Partner hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
We all know that teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Zakk back at the 46. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's Elway. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, given where that drive started, that's an excellent job defensively to force them into 4th down.
On 4th down, Elway. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Hey, take 26. Take 30.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. Here's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Complete to number 88. A gain of 19 yards.
On 1st down, Rodgers. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to...
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson, a 6-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score. Visitors 70, Panthers 2.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career. But when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. He's going to take another shot here. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for the touchdown. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now Elway on 3rd and long. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
A 10-yard gain.
Here we go. It's Elway on 4th down. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Great effort by Ted Hendricks defensively. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Cordero Patterson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And this offense is running away with this one. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Derek Brown, his 2nd sack of the night. The Panthers on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been...
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Result first down.
Rodgers throwing here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Inside. 26.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A gain of 32 that time. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Give to Patterson running to the right.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. To throw, it's Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, then. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago.
And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Derwin James with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door. It's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Here's Elway. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the fourth.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Rodgers looking to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides competed.